Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome. Welcome to another one of our special program. We are in season three of XY Spark officially, and we are so glad that you continue to join us here on Morning Mania. We are excited. It is a new year. Happy New Year to you and to your family, and wherever you are joining us from, we appreciate you. We want to send a huge shout out to our first listener for the year 2022. We have our first listener online, David. Welcome, David. And just because David is the first guy that made it online here for XY Spark, we are sending to David a copy of our book, Giving Myself Permission to Grow Seven Solutions to Personal Development. And we will be sending that book to David just because he got here ahead of all of you other guys. Now, I want to say that we want to just send our appreciation to you for your support in the year 2021. In 2021, we were privileged enough to have connected with several men from right across the world in France, in places like the United Kingdom, in places like Germany, down there in China. And we also want to say a huge thank you to those who are avid listeners of XY Spark. We talk about those here at home in Canada and those who are down there in the United States, in South America, and the Caribbean. We thank you, and we want you to know that XY Spark would not be the same without your presence and your participation. We also want to continue to say a huge shout out and thank you to all our patrons, those who signed up and have been patrons of XY Spark, who continue to give their generous donation towards the programs that we provide here on XY Spark with the goal to continue to promote holistic, healthy masculinity as we provide a safe space where more men can come and we continue to talk about different issues that men face. If you want more information about what we do at XY Spark, please go and visit our website, contactxyspark.com, or you can follow us on Instagram, XY Spark, where we have daily motivations, we have programs, we have a quadre of different things that we offer there for men like yourself. So thank you so much for being a part of our discussion. It's Morning Mania. It is the first day of our Morning Mania program in the year 2022, and it's under the theme Motivation Monday. Motivation Monday. Morning Mania is a program designed to provide a meal in the morning for men on the move with daily motivation, inspiration, and life coaching tips that seek to motivate, empower, and nurture a changed mindset. I am your boy and men's life coach, Rolando. Right now, the Weather Network is reporting that here in northern Alberta, it's a cool minus 31, feels like minus 41, and we continue to remain under this extreme cold warning. If the weather is more friendly in your side of the globe than it is here, I want to tell you, enjoy that. And I am so grateful right now. But, guys, the weather continues to keep us in check here in northern Alberta. Morning Mania, Motivation Monday. It's a new year. And as you look back on the path and the experiences that you've had in 2021, what lessons have you learned? What are some of the things that you have gained through your experience in 2021 that you are going to seek to do better at in 2022? Have you started to think about not a New Year's resolution now, but have you started to think about a life transformation plan? Have you sat down as yet and started to write down with pen and paper some goals for yourself that's going to help you to reach a new experience as you continue your journey on the path of life? Have you thought about some relationship improvement goals? Have you thought about some improvement goals that will help you to develop and build the way you are continuing your journey? Have you thought about some personal goals? Have you decided on ways that you can start becoming the best version of you? Have you thought about ways that you can start setting some healthier boundaries as a male as you continue to trod this path? Have you thought about ways to be more compassionate towards yourself as you reflect on ways that you can care about yourself? David had put a very interesting comment here in the chat that I want to share about. And he says here, you should focus on you. Do to not care what others think and that no one cares about your hard work. He says, focus on you and your goals. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Thank you, David, for sharing that. And David, you know what? You are absolutely right. And this is why it's important, David, for us to see to set goals that are manageable, goals that are more manageable, so that we can say, hey, we're setting daily goals. And as we set those goals, what we need to do is we need to develop and harbor what I call a change, or a rather celebratory mindset. Sometimes we don't recognize how much value it is in celebrating small successes. Sometimes we don't recognize that because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, we have to seek to get into that mindset where we are celebrating each step as it takes us closer towards completing the 1,000-mile journey. And so, as you think about ways that you can harbor a change mindset to be motivated, I want you to take the time now to zoom in on how do I maintain mental wellness, physical health, spiritual groundedness, and social balance as I move forward in this untried year. All these are assets. Sometimes we get so caught up as men in seeking to make sure that we cross all the T's and jot all the I's for everyone else, but we're not taking the time to do things that's going to help us to grow, that's going to help us to reach our goals, that's going to help us to become the best version of ourselves. And in spite of all of this, we have got to recognize that if we're going to grow and if we're going to become better, we have to find the strength, the faith, the hope, the energy from within us. And sometimes the thing that we do a lot of is we seek to find the support, oftentimes, or the confidence. Sometimes we try to look to other persons in order to build that up. We've got to learn how to build that up by tapping into our own personal resources. And so today, as you go on your way, it's Motivation Monday. I want to challenge you, I want to encourage you to remember that motivation is something that begins on the inside and then it will extend to those on the outside. Motivation is something that's going to make me see and find meaning within myself, not outside of myself. So as you go off today, the first Monday in this new year, I want you to remember this, that motivation means to find meaning within me so that I can become the best version of myself. Thank you so much for joining us here today on XY Spark. This is your boy, Rolando, where we continue to remind you that at XY Spark, we believe that there is a spark in you.
Please join Rolando next time on XY Spark as he engages us in practical discussions that promotes healthy masculinity and challenge men to live extraordinary lives. At XY Spark, we believe the key for happier families is restoring healthy masculinity.